Washington Senator Patty Murray joined other lawmakers in Olympia this afternoon, warning Medicaid funding is at risk under congressional Republicans' budget plans. Albert James shows us what they say could happen to the program that serves nearly 2 million Washingtonians and how any cuts could complicate the legislature's work to close the state's multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall.
Make no mistake, Medicaid saves lives.
Democratic Senator Patty Murray says Republicans in the U.S. House are teeing up cuts to federal funding for Medicaid. With over $12 billion given to Washington for Medicaid in 2023, Murray says cuts would make healthcare harder to access, whether it be rural hospitals and clinics closing, seniors not getting home care, or people with disabilities not getting services they need to be independent. The senator says Republicans are eyeing Medicaid cuts to give tax breaks to billionaires.
We cannot let Republicans charge ahead on deep and painful cuts to Medicaid just to line the pockets of the richest people in the world.
Congressional Republicans have said they do not want to make cuts to Medicaid, but health policy group KFF reports cuts are the only way to follow the budget blueprint set out by House Republicans last month, with Medicare cuts off the table.
Everyone deserves to have a quality of life, to work and live in their own home in the community. Please do not make cuts to Medicaid. These cuts would be very harmful to myself and those like me.
Cuts to Medicaid could have great impacts on state spending at a time when lawmakers are trying to tackle a multi-billion-dollar budget shortfall. The State House Speaker has reportedly said funding cuts to Medicaid could force legislators into a special session.
It would rip a hole in the budget and would make it so we have to face extremely difficult decisions, like keeping rural hospitals open. And then as those rural hospitals close or those services are cut, that pressure again gets put on the urban areas.
Earlier in the afternoon, dozens of people gathered at the Capitol to rally for new taxes on wealthy businesses and people as a way to close the state's budget gap. They say the ever-changing situation around federal funding underscores the need for new sources of revenue to support vital state services.
With the uncertainty of Medicaid, we can't see other programs go wayside. We need to stand up for our healthcare systems. We need to stand up for our healthcare providers and really make sure that we're funding the things that we need to in our state.
In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.